am not quite sure where to do that in the, I'm in the home page version manager area. I don't know if that's right.
Let me get over to your website here. Okay, so you're trying to remove a button from the home page?
Yeah, so on the sponsorship tab, there should be a sponsorship tab. I need to remove the application.
Oh, you mean up here? No.
Yeah, like under I think, let me find it. Under education and events, it says sponsorship opportunities.
Yeah.
I need to remove that.
You need to remove the whole page?
No,
Oh.
I'll need to update. Well, I'll need to update the register page, but I think that there's a button to there was a button to the application on there that I need, but now I'm not seeing it. So never mind. I guess I don't have a problem. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm looking. I'm not
I
seeing
need to
anything else other than the register one, which was to register for the sponsorship, right?
Yeah. Where do I go if I need to edit this page?
Well, this is an event. So what you would do is create a new event. You can copy this event so that,
Well, I kind of already did create a new
okay.
event.
Oh, well, then that
Okay.
makes it easy. So this one, oh, it says 2024 sponsorship opportunities, but the date is 2023.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So I need it to, I already did a new event for fall. I'm
Did you?
changing,
Okay.
we're opening, yeah.
Well, then what we'll do is then just go here and point to the new event. So if we're going to edit this,
Okay.
then go to this panel, edit it,
Okay.
and we're just going to change this button. So we'll delete the
How do
button.
I change the, oh, delete it. Okay.
I deleted it. And we're going to go up here, insert future event, and sponsorship, I'm assuming.
Sponsorship, yeah.
Which one? 2024 fall conference sponsorship?
Yep, that one.
And then we're just going to call it register or
Fall registration 2024 or something.
fall sponsorship, because this is a sponsorship,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We'll just call it fall sponsorship registration conference, I guess. It's going to be a big button.
There we go.
You can always go in and edit it, of course.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh yeah, it's too big.
Oh gosh. We could just take the word conference out.
Okay. Wonder if I can delete it here. There.
Perfect.
And now if you go to it, it should say fall sponsorship registration. And take them to the correct one.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Does anyone have a question for Michael? If you do, you just raise your hand to let me know. Any questions? Gretchen, you have your hand up.
Yes, I have a question regarding interest.
Okay.
So I'm with Co-op and we set up the interest for our committees and other areas that show up when they become a new member.
Right.
Is there a way to also have it show when they renew their membership? I haven't been successful with that.
Yeah, if you go under people and go to new member sign up, and then we're going to go to member interests, and it is under the renewal wizard. So it's there. It's being presented to them at renewal.
Okay. I may have checked that after I created it. Some of those check marks I was gonna try and test to see if it would work with that. So maybe it should be showing up then. With that joining agreement.
Yeah.
So when they renew, if we click the renewal wizard, it will show up when they renew as well.
But yes, but this is not, this is a joining agreement. So I don't remember if we were talking with you about the joining agreement or not, but the joining agreement is found under the chapter tab.
Yes, and we updated it.
Remember
So
joining
one reason,
agreement?
yeah, so one reason I was
Perfect.
wondering if we updated it with our privacy comment,
Yeah.
we want them to see it when they renew.
Yeah, then you're going to need to enable that for renewal because that was just on first login.
Okay, so we can just check. I wasn't sure where it said the wizard. I was trying to find information on the wizard and didn't see
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So it's like this is the renewal wizard and the sign up wizard column. So I would make it then for the sign up and the renewal wizard.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that for you and save it, or do you want?
You
Okay,
can save it and appreciate it.
you got it.
Thanks.
Yep.
Anyone else have a question for Michael? Okay, Francis, you have your hand up.
Hi, we're trying to do a quick fundraiser within our chapter. We could use the chapter website, correct, to solicit that?
Yeah, of course. If you which chapter are you with?
New Mexico, NMPPA, sorry.
All right, so if we go into, we have a module for that. It's called, it depends on how you want to handle it, I guess, but if you go into the money tab, you have a donations module here. So you can set up a general fund, which you'd have, or you can set up a specific fund for like a specific type of fundraiser. And you can have funds donated to that. It's totally up to you. I mean, it looks like you've just started. Oh, it looks like it started last year.
Okay.
But you start a new donation fund. And then when you want people to donate, if you want, you can make a button to a page, to the donations page. You could put it on your menu. It just depends on where you want it. But well, like when you're building links, I'll just use this as an example, and I won't do it, but let's say we're going to put it on the home page. Okay, and let's say, and I'm just going to kind of go through the motions here, but say we're going to put it here on the home page, and we're going to build a link, and the link is going to be to donation, and then you specifically say the general fund if you want that's if you want it to go to a specific fund. If you want it to go to any donations, then you would go to built-in module and select the donations module. And then it would take them to a different page. It would take them to a page where they would select the fund, but you only have one fund. So you can go right to the donations module and select the general fund.
Okay, we're gonna have a cornhole tournament. Should that be handled through this or through an actual event?
Oh yeah, I would do that as an event then.
Okay.
The only challenge with that is that anything that people pledge as part of the event doesn't get transferred to the donations module. So if you're trying to record things as a donation, then you're going to need to manually transfer that information to the donations module. So if they pay $30 to participate in it, for example, then you're going to need to go into the donations module and say that they paid $30.
Okay. And is there a way to just set that up as far as the payment method to only be a specific payment method, or?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
What kind of method were you looking for?
Well, we only want it to be like to pay through like using a credit card, not like what we usually have where they can use a credit card, or they could use the pay by invoice method. So
what I would do then is set up the event as requiring immediate payment, and then they have 30 minutes to pay, which obviously they won't be able to get a PO out in 30 minutes. So their only option at that point would be by credit card. Otherwise, the system's going to manually cancel or will automatically cancel their registration. And you might want to put that in the formatted description. Just say this, this event requires you pay by credit card.
okay, thank you.
Sure.
Telma, you have your hand up?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I was just gonna, is this where I can ask about adding, for example, our national classes, our NIGP classes that we're hosting, are not showing up in our chapter event calendar?
Let's take a look. What chapter are you with?
Arizona State Capitol chapter of NIGP.
Is it, there it is.
So Telma, those would be courses that you guys would add on the chapter event side of your homepage.
Okay,
So yeah, if you're,
under
if you go to the,
control, okay,
yep, under control panel, go to the website tab, go to events.
go to website and then go to events.
Yep. And then you have a number of events already created, but if you're going to create a new event, then just click on add and choose event.
Okay.
And then you'll go through all the settings for the event. And there's quite a few of them.
Okay, so this is similar to what we used to do, like this page here. Once I click on event, looks like it's similar to chapter manager.
Yeah, probably. And then once you do, then it'll appear under, like if you go to the home page and go to your events, then it'll appear under your chapter events.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was hoping, because I noticed that we don't have our national classes on there. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Does anyone else have a question for Michael? If you want to raise your hand. Any questions? Any issues that you've come across? While you guys are thinking about it, I will do an announcement, take advantage, just to remind everyone that Michael is coming to Forum in Charlotte in August. And if you are attending, there will be training sessions on Saturday afternoon and Sunday. And I will put a link in chat for information about those sessions and also for you guys to register if you'd like to attend. We do ask that you, there's no fee or anything, but we do ask that you let us know what sessions you're planning to attend, just so we understand seating requirements. And then we are also doing a box lunch training, a lunch and learn on Sunday, and we just need to know whether you need a lunch and stuff like that. So I will put a link in chat for Michael's training at Forum. So Stacy, you have your hand up.
Good morning, everybody. My question is, sometimes we get people that, and I'm the membership secretary for Washington State.
Okay.
And one of the problems that we have is sometimes people will, they missed their renewal. And is there a way that we can send them an email or something to log back in or something like that? You know what I mean?
Well, they can log back in at any time, but the only thing, once they've expired, the only thing they can do is renew their membership. So as long as they haven't forgotten their login information. But you know, I think that's two parts. That's a two-part question, really. So you can email them. So if you want to send them an email, go to communications, go to emailing. And one of the distribution lists you have is to members who expired within a certain time period.
Oh.
So if we look at expired, there's also expired members, but then we also have expired members within a specific date range. So you can say anyone who has expired between, I don't know, within the last 12 months, I guess, because they all expire. You're on the same cycle, right?
No, it's
Or you're on
it's all
rolling?
based on, yeah, it's rolling.
Okay. Yeah, then yeah. So then you can specify the date range. So if anybody has expired, I don't know, in the last 6 months, then you
Okay.
can create them as a distribution list and send an email to them.
Okay.
But then the second part of that is you cannot send them their password because you don't have any access to it. In fact, we don't have any access to it after it's been created. So it's something that all you really have to do is guide them and say, okay, click on member login and click on forget my username password. And that's going to ask them for their email address and their first name. And it'll send them an email with their new temporary password and their username.
I often get them asking, can you send me an invoice?
Oh,
and I know
okay.
that there are times that there's been one, I remember being able to do it, but they'll ask me, can
in
can
order
you send me
to
an email? Invoice.
in order to generate the invoice, you have to renew them first. So you're going to find the member, renew their membership, and then you're going in. Let's see if we can find somebody who's renewed but has not paid yet. All right, I'm going to try it. Look in a different place. So we're going to go to money, transaction search, and just show me the unpaid. So here's a renewal right here for Victor Lemur, who renewed but has not paid. So if I click on this $, I can print the invoice right here.
Okay.
And then you can just shoot it off to him as an email.
Is there anything I can do to remind him that he needs to pay?
That would be those expired members, because he's expired, right? So
Okay.
his,
Yeah.
like if we're looking at his membership, he's expired. So yeah, send that email out and say, hey, if you have renewed but not paid, please pay. If you have not renewed yet, please renew and then pay. So
Gotcha.
but you can send an email out to people who have a pending payment. That's what it's called. There's a distribution list for pending payments, but I don't know if it includes expired members. I think it might just be active members with a pending payment.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Sure.
Caliska, you have your hand up?
Yeah. Okay. So with OPPA again, same sponsorship page.
Okay.
I would like to remove the image that's on there.
Oh, the
And
header or the panel?
no,
Yeah,
scroll
sure.
down a little bit more. Oh, did I remove it? Oh, it's gone? Oh, well,
I don't see
even
it.
better. Well, I guess it's not there. Okay. Okay. So I would like to add an image. I figured out here how to add it, but I haven't figured out how to add it so that it comes up in my image area to choose the image to put there.
So when you are editing the page,
Yeah. See,
and
the
that's,
image comes up again. See?
oh yeah, but it's not visible because it's invisible. See, the visibility is set to
perfect.
0, not visible. So if
Okay.
if you want to change this, you literally can
Yeah.
just click here and say insert and change image, and then you can upload a new graphic right here.
Oh,
See the
okay.
green button?
Yeah. Okay.
And then
it'll
once you
override
upload
that
it,
one.
yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I was afraid to press the button. I didn't want to
The-
lose a page or something.
Yeah, the weird thing about this is that once you upload it, then it kind of goes into this pot of images. So you still have to
Yeah.
kind of scroll down and find it. It doesn't automatically add it just by uploading it.
Okay.
So you upload it and then you kind of scroll down through and say, oh, there it is. And then you select it.
Okay, cool.
And it'll
Thank you.
replace that one. Yep, you're welcome.
And then to just unhide the row, right? So that it shows
Yeah,
on
make
the
sure you unhide the
page,
road.
right?
Yeah, change the visibility. And to change it, literally all you do is click on it and it'll toggle through the visibilities.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
So Michael, we're going back to the New Mexico chapter and the cornhole tournament.
Yeah.
And Nate is asking, how do I use the site to take payment for this tournament?
Oh, it's automatic. If you set the event up for payment, I believe, aren't you already configured for payments? Let's see.
We are. I just wanted to make sure that it does it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
'Cause-
Yep. Yeah, you're set up for Stripe. So yeah, it'll automatically take, as long as the event is set up to charge a fee, then people can pay for it.
Very good. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Are there any more questions? Anyone have anything they'd like to ask Michael? No? Quiet today. Everyone's come
Yeah.
to listen in. Listen in and learn. So, which is good. That means there aren't that many issues, which I'm glad to hear about. Okay, Donna, you have your hand up.
Yeah, just a general question. A little bit ago, maybe last week or the week before, we got an email about the Google API for Maps is changing.
Correct.
So I just was curious if you had any more information about that. The email said that each chapter or it didn't say chapter because it was a generalized email, but that folks would have to basically get their own Google Maps
Correct.
license to be able to
Yep.
show those maps.
Right.
Is there going, because I did some research and there's a cost for that. Is it going to cause any issues if we don't do that?
Yeah.
It just means that there won't be maps?
Right. There just wouldn't be a map on your member page. So if you're using the membership directory and you are displaying a map, then the map won't display if you don't have it. So that's the only drawback. If you're not using the map or you're not using even the membership directory, then it's moot. There's only a cost if you do so many API calls a month, and I believe it's 2,000 calls a month. I can't think of a single chapter that would exceed 2,000 API calls a month.
Okay. Because
So
isn't there also a map on the events as well?
Oh, like a location map.
Right.
Yeah. So that also would be the biggest concern is the membership, because when you create a map pin and people can click on that map pin to get information about the member, that information can be intercepted, and then people are getting information about where somebody lives or exists, wherever their membership record is their address. And so what the new API does is it forces the usage of that information to only this one website. So basically you tie it to nmppa.org or whatever your domain is, so that it can't be used anywhere else.
Okay. So there's not going to cause any issues with, like, there won't be broken images on the websites. It just, the maps, if we don't get that API, the maps just won't appear.
It just won't appear. Right. Yep.
Okay. Because I'm thinking, like, if it's an event, you'd get a map call every time someone visits that event, because it would load the map when they load the website, right? So to me, it's, when we were discussing it, it seems like there's a lot of locations where a map is, and that makes it hard to predict. Like, you're correct. We probably wouldn't hit 2,000 in a month, but do we even want to take that chance to then have to pay that charge?
Sure.
Right. And
when you
if
sign up for it too, yeah, they give you, I think they give you a $300 credit to use. So you would have to exceed 2,000 calls a month and exceed that credit, that $300 credit, before you would have to pay anything. And I really don't know what the cost is beyond that, because we haven't had anybody exceed it.
Okay, well, that's helpful to know. We had discussed it a little bit, and I wanted to ask about it, and then we'll make a decision. The credit does make kind of a difference, to cover those. Hey, if somebody loaded a meeting 5 times, or whatever it is, and it drove us over that number. So we'll just do some more research. So
yeah,
that's helpful. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Anyone else have a question? Anything to ask Michael? We don't necessarily have anything that we were planning to go over during this call. So if nobody has any questions, I guess we will say that we will we will reconvene in 2 weeks' time on the 4th Tuesday. And remember to register if you haven't already for sessions at Forum if you are coming. And I appreciate everyone joining us this afternoon. And thank you, Michael, so much.
Yeah, thank you all. I appreciate it.
Have a good day, everyone.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
In the hell do you smell on me, buddy? I didn't do anything except get a haircut. That's it.